we bring you the third of this season's Book and Author Luncheons, transcribed earlier this afternoon at the Grand Ballroom of the Hotel Astor. These affairs, a mainstay of the city's cultural life, are co-sponsored on a non-profit basis by the New York Herald Tribune and the American Booksellers Association. Among our distinguished author speakers today are Mr. Chester Bowles, Admiral Leslie C. Stevens, and Miss Marie Sandos. Here now is Irita Van Doren, literary editor of the New York Herald Tribune and mistress of ceremonies for these Book and Author Luncheons. Miss Van Doren.
Our first speaker today is Admiral Leslie Stevens. And before telling you anything of him and his background, I'd like simply to say that his Russian assignment is the first book I have read, and I've read a good many books about Russia, that has given me any mental picture of what Russia is like today, its streets, its people. Admiral Stevens has had a long and distinguished career in the United States Navy. On destroyer duty until the end of the First World War, he did postgraduate work in aeronautical engineering at Annapolis and MIT, and after flight training, served as naval aviator and technical advisor on the experimental carrier Langley. He was among the first to land on a rigid airship, the Los Angeles, was assistant naval attaché in London in 34 and to 37. He was officer in charge of experiments in the Bureau of Aeronautics from 37 to 44. He flew on Pan Am's first survey flight to New Zealand by way of the Phoenix Islands, was naval observer in London during the Blitz, was on the staff of the commander of aircraft in the Pacific in 44 to 5, advanced through the ranks to rear admiral in 46. He was present at the Bikini atomic tests in 47 to 9, served as naval attaché and naval attaché for air in Moscow. He was with the Joint Chiefs of Staff from 50 to 51, when he was retired at his own request as Vice Admiral. This bare factual record means that he had a hand in the design or conception of all the various types of aircraft carriers and gear used in the landing of aircraft on board ship in World War II. And except for a break of a year and a half, he was in charge of the entire experimental program for naval aviation for 10 years, for 37 to 47. Now, he is working with the American Committee for Liberation from Bolshevism. His assignment to Russia must have been